So Brightcove is a leading global provider of cloud services for video. We have over 6,000 customers across 70 countries. And what we're trying to do is help our global media and broadcast customers securely and reliably deliver premium content to any screen with measurements and with monetization. And so what we're seeing are two trends. The first is that the device fragmentation issue is just growing and growing. There's more devices, more formats. And so as we speak with our broadcast customers, they are evolving into a digital-centric workflow, and they're looking to become more mobile first as well. And the second area is, as you think about these customers, they're also trying to unify their digital audience and their broadcast audience and more effectively monetize that combination. And so very recently, we announced the acquisition of Unicorn Media, based in Tempe, Arizona, and they developed a really unique technology which we felt could help solve these problems. This product is called Brightcove Once, and Brightcove Once focuses on cloud ad insertion and ad stitching. And what this means is that just with one URL, we are able to manipulate both programming and advertising and uniquely target that for every device and every user. And so when we think about this issue of device fragmentation, whether it's a laptop, whether it's a tablet, whether it's a phone, there's different connectivity issues, there's different formats, there's different user expectation, different interactivity. Well, with Brightcove Once, all we have to do is provide that one URL, and it doesn't matter how smart or how dumb that device is, we can effectively and reliably deliver both content and that advertising, all being manipulated in the cloud, and deliver that to the user on a one-to-one addressable basis. So that model works both for VOD programming as well as for live. So when you think about live events and simulcast models, it means that you're able to now take this event and this content, be able to target it to all devices at scale, but then also monetize it for every individual person. And we think that's a really powerful value proposition for these customers. They're trying to unify their different broadcast and digital audiences. One of the things that I've heard very recently, someone described at NAB that they've heard a lot about technology companies like ourselves that say, look, we're going to give you the complete end-to-end solution from beginning all the way to the end. If we look at ourselves and kind of the evolution of Brightcove, if you look back 3, 4, 5, 6 years, we had a product called Video Cloud, and our goal was to provide that end-to-end solution. Everything from the ingestion of content, transcoding, metadata management, creating beautiful players for the consumer, making sure that it was monetized either through subscription, through advertising, with real-time analytics, and that could work with a TV everywhere model or other types of businesses that are appropriate for the broadcaster. But as the years have passed, we've also realized that with many of our broadcast customers, they have very specific workflows. They have systems that are very important to them, and that they are also trying to choose best-in-class technologies. And so our evolution of our platform started with an end-to-end. And what we've begun to do is offer our services as discrete offerings. And so that way it makes it easier for our customers to adopt the right pieces of that value chain that are important to them. And so this started with the acquisition of Zencoder, which is the leading cloud and live transcoding service about 1.5 years ago. And that also was what prompted our acquisition of Unicorn Media in terms of being able to offer the leading cloud ad insertion, ad stitching solution. So what we see is that every customer is going to have a unique set of services, technologies. We need to enable them and adapt to their workflows. So the most common issue we have with when content security or content protection comes up is typically the enforcement of business rules and content rights. And so today there is a lot of technology that's available to publishers that are part of the technology products that we offer. So it could be something as simple as encryption on the wire. or tokenization of URLs or geographic restrictions, and it can be as complex or sophisticated as DRM. That might be for VOD content, it might be for live content, and even extending that content protection model to what device are you on, what network are you using, or it could be part of a TV everywhere model where you need to authenticate and authorize usage and access of that content based off of the consumer's existing relationship with a paid TV operator, MVPD. But the tricky part is the technology is essentially available today across the board. The hard part really is the content rights and how to make this entire video experience easy for the consumer. A lot of consumers, they don't know all of these complex issues of content rights and windowing and distribution agreements. What they want is they want their content on any screen, anytime they want, and on any device. And so from the perspective of the content programmer, they need to offer that. So they need to make it easy enough for consumers to access that content, but they also need to make sure that they are respecting their commercial agreements. And so that's where the content protection security comes into play. So it's a balancing act. They need to secure the content, but you also want to make it easier for all consumers to access it.